Hey, what's up guys, Andy here, and today we're going to be going over my top 10 favorite anime opening theme songs. Now with that being said, this is my fourth time uploading this, third time completely recording it, and I thought for some reason in my head it was going to be okay to use the actual visuals for the video, not the music, but the actual visual accompaniment. For this video, which it was not okay. It got banned in all countries on like 3 different claims, so it kind of hit me hard. So I was like, oh, okay. So I went through, I edited it up a little bit, tried it again, didn't work. Started editing it again, and I thought, screw it. So I scrapped the entire project and redid it with Picture Aid this time instead. With that being said, though, it doesn't take away from the video, but I am re-recording all the audio because I did that at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I was super tired. This video was supposed to go up Monday. As you can tell, there was no video Monday. This is why. So you're getting it today, and I hope you all do enjoy it. I put a lot of time and effort into this video before I even started doing this. But yeah, I hope y'all do enjoy. With that being said, though, I did put some limits on it. Only one per anime. So there's a lot of anime with great openings throughout the entire series, but I can only pick one. The visuals do not get incorporated into my ranking. So with like, if it has a great like opening sense to it for the anime, that does not count. It's solely song based. And also, this is an opinionated list, guys. Your picks aren't going to be the same as mine, so I want you all to leave your all's top 10 favorite anime openings in the comments down below, and let's get right into this video.
They say you don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here. And no, I don't wanna be alone in the world out there.
Alright, so to start our list off, we're going to Fairy Tail with Snow Fairy by Funkist. Now, you can think what you want about Fairy Tail. I personally love Fairy Tail. I know a lot of people think it's garbage, but I love it. It's one of those animes that originally got me intrigued into it. I think it was the third ever anime I watched, and I was so hyped to continue it on and on and on. And even though it wasn't the best storytelling, it was the best hype. Okay, this show got you hyped, man. And there was nothing more emotional than hearing Snow Fairy when the episode would start here. So I was just like, okay. And that's where like my whole love and passion came from Fairy Tail. The Snow Fairy intro is such a good song in general that it just elevated this show up, in my opinion, in my early days of anime watching. But with that being said, we're going to move on to number 9. So moving to an anime that I legit reviewed every episode of, The Promised Neverland, we have Touch Off by Overworld. This song is amazing. So normally with an anime, I skip the intros when I do my reviews just so I can get them out quicker. But in this case, I never skipped it because you can't skip it. This song is just so catchy. And it made this series so much more ominous and like just full. It was like, from that point on, the series was set and ready to go. So I was just like, okay, where are we going from here? When we first started the reviews, I was a bit shaky on the show itself, but I was never shaky on this intro. And if y'all stick around, we might see a little bit more of Overworld to come. And no spoilers, though, no spoilers. For number 8, we have my favorite romance anime of all time, Toradora, Pre-Parade. Now, I am going to go ahead and say this. I could not find an exact person who sung this song. Like, I found a bunch of different names, but the one that I found the most was Rai Kugimiya and some others. But I couldn't find a definite answer on that, so let me know in the comments down below if you know who actually performed it, because I'm not sure. But with that being said, this is not my type of music at all. I'm not interested in this kind of music per se, but for some reason, every time this comes on, I just start banging my head. It might be because I love the show so much, but just like from the sheer fact that like, this is one of those songs that get me hype, and it's like really like girly and everything, but like then again, what can you do? I mean, it's in a different language. They could be talking about killing people for all I know, but you know, what do you do? I love the intro. I think it's great. 10 out of 10. But with that being said, like I said, this isn't my type of music, so to speak. So it does get lowered a little bit due to that, because even though I do love it so much, I think it was just because of the actual show itself. So yeah, I couldn't place it too high. Alright, my number 7 choice is probably on everyone's list, to be honest. No matter how you feel about the season 1 of this show, this intro is amazing. I personally loved season 1 back when I watched it, but looking back over it, I feel like it was a little bit underwhelming. But then again, I haven't got to watch season 3 yet, so I'm not gonna say anything. But season 2 was really, really good. But this is, I'm gonna butcher this, Gurin no Yima, I think, by Linked Horizon. Now, this is probably one of the most recognizable anime theme songs ever. Like, not just in, like, this personal best list, it's probably, like, the most recognizable. And it's just so fun, it's so cool, it matches the show so well. So, with all that being said, let's move on to number 6. We move on the list to Black Clover, Just Add Ice, by Seiko Amori, I think. Now, with that being said, this intro is one of those intros to where, like, it's, you know, your choice, most definitely on what you think the best Black Clover intro is, but this is mine. I love this intro so much. It's so well made, put together. I just feel like this song is just perfect for the series in general. And then that ending where it's just like, Black Clover, it's just perfect. It's 10 out of 10. I promise I won't try to sing again until maybe like the second pick. But with that being said though, guys, I love this intro. It is spot on, perfect, amazing. Encapsulates the entire season, well, arc-ish thing, I guess. But it's just a good song in general. I mean, 10 out of 10, I'd listen to this every day. You know, it could go on my Spotify playlist today, and I wouldn't have any qualms with it, you know. It's such a good song in that sense. But let's go ahead and move on. Alright guys, so another one that I think everybody knows, Crossing Fields by Lisa or Liza. I'm not exactly sure how her name is said, but it's a great song. Probably another one of the more recognizable songs, but it's just so perfect. And however you feel about Sword Art Online, you can think it's garbage or not. I think it was perfectly fine. I enjoyed it. It did get a bit weird at the end, and you know, Gun Gale and everything was alright, but I haven't watched the newest season, so I can't say nothing about that. But this song is definitely a 10 out of 10 bop. Not counting the Emily version, the English pretty much, is actually pretty good too. And the Nate Wants to Battle one is really good as well, but this one is better than those two indefinitely. You can tell it's got the emotion and raw power to it, and it just fuels this show so much in my opinion. But with all that being said, the thing I love the most about this one is it's just got that calming effect to pull into it. Like, when the song first starts, it's just so calm and serene, you know? And then, like, as the series progresses, you know, everything gets a little bit darker in the first episode, so yeah, I mean, I think this is a great song. But yeah, moving past that, let's go on to number 4. Alright guys, so Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Again You. Now, this is one of my favorite anime songs ever, and if you've all been keeping up with the channel, I have legit went on record saying I think Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is the best anime I've ever seen. With that being said, it's not my favorite, it is top 3 guaranteed, but this song is just so beautifully made. The way it just blends in together and it goes so quick, it's amazing. Not counting, you know, the series itself, it's just such a good combination, but I said I wasn't adding that in on the rankings, but this song by itself is probably one of the most recognizable, the most, like, well, probably one of the best songs in anime. Not in an opening, an outro, anything like that, just the best songs in anime. And I could easily see this topping numerous people's lists. The only reason it doesn't top my list is because personal preference. We talked about that in the beginning. There's some songs on here that just, you know, hit close to home, and unfortunately this one's just a little bit, like a hair lower than number 3. So when I said a hair lower, I legit meant it. This is Noragami Arigato opening Kuran Hey Kids, I think, by the Oral Cigarettes. Now, this is such a good song, and I had a problem with this. You know, back at the opening of the video, I said that we could only choose one song. The intro for Noragami in this one are so close to where it's just like, which one do I choose? But I decided to go with Hey Kids because I find it a little more entertaining, and I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna have to get Alex's opinion on this because White Boy Toast, as y'all know him on the channel, he's the biggest Noragami fan I know. Like, he got into it heavy, like heavy Noragami fan. And yeah, but with that being said, I mean, with this and you know, again, it's just they're so interchangeable. One day I could say that I like this one better, and the other day I could say I like that one better. So it's just the borderline, you know. But yeah, with that being said, I love this intro. I think it's amazing. I think that this is probably one of those songs that aren't on everyone's list, but it's just one of my personal favorites, and I think it deserves the spot to be at least in the spotlight, you know. So yeah, let's move on to my number 2 pick, which I can guarantee you everyone has on their list. If you watch anime, this is on your list. Go by Flow from the original Naruto series. Now, I did not have a problem with putting Go over any of the Naruto intros, any of the Shippuden intros, any of the Boruto intros. There's a lot of good ones, but this is the best in my opinion. I have no qualms saying that this is my favorite Naruto / Boruto-ish shit intro ever. Now, that being said, when we hear the Fighting Dreamers, like, at least for me, I got hyped. Like, this intro, like, I would just listen to it. Like, even when I was done with the episode, I'd go back and I'd listen to this intro. It's just such a good intro, and it's like, it's just so good to go back and listen to now because it's even more powerful now that we've seen the conclusion of everything, and they are, in fact, all Fighting Dreamers, and it's such a good song. 10 out of 10. This one's a little bit closer, like pulling a little bit farther away from the past two, but it's still really close. It's such a good song, though. Like, you gotta listen to it if you've never heard it, which if you haven't heard it, please just go listen to it. But before we finish up here, we got to get into some honorable mentions. Now, I'm not going to be talking over them. The artist and the name of the song will fly by with a picture from their respective animes. So I hope you all do enjoy those. I didn't pick a lot of honorable mentions. I wanted to pick a lot more, but decided against it. So yeah, these are just some of my personal favorites that didn't cut the list. And then after that, we'll get into the number 1 pick. So my number 1 pick is from Blue Exorcist, and it is Core Pride by Overworld. Now, I don't know how to tell you that this song is better than the rest, because it might not honestly be to you all. Blue Exorcist, or Ano Exorcist, whatever you want to call it, was the anime that got me into anime. The first anime I ever watched, I've said it numerous times on the channel, it is my favorite anime of all time. And that is yet to change. I mean, it may not be as good as the other ones, but it just holds that spot to where when I hear Core Pride, it's on my playlist. No matter, you know, it's on my work playlist, my home playlist, everything. When I'm chilling, I'm listening to it. When I'm trying to get some work done, I'm listening to it. It's just such a great song. And Overworld, you've seen them on this list 3 times now. There's a reason for that. I'm an actual fan of theirs. With that being said, though, I mean, I can't tell you every one of their songs. I'm not one of those fans, but just from what I've listened to, they are such a good band, and I love their music. It's just great. But with that being said, guys, I hope you all did enjoy this list. And like I said, don't forget to let me know in the comments down below what your all's list is. And with that being said, I'm losing my voice, so I'm going to go ahead and head out. Peace out.